Yo! Why did I not mute myself? It's not picking up my webcam mic, is it? It's not! Hello! That's a big dragon! I might be modding. Shit, the game audio is too loud. How you doing, Nerd Mansion? I heard you're making a pet game. How you doing, Roast Beef? Welcome to First. I don't have my start screen because it's on my SSD portable, and I decided not to bring it up here because most of this content is on my laptop at the moment. Let me just get through the beginning parts. Actually, you know what? While I'm waiting for this, let me open Zone 4. Let me open Zone 5. Yeah, let's open those. I'm a bit worried about streaming this on the computer I'm running this on because this game is very RAM heavy. But it's okay. I can just load the maps I need at the time I need them. It's not a big deal. Yeah, how is your game going, Nerd Mansion? I'm really sorry not to be catching your streams. I am in a deluge of work at the moment. I always put my work first. I really, really like my job, so I do like the work that I do, even though it's very draining. I like what I do. Are they online now? Let's see. Are they online? They're online? Must be a lot of chatting today for me. I have a lot to talk about, because it's gonna be a lot of rambling too. It's gonna be a hell of a lot of rambling. I want to do like a... How do you know your job is awesome? I am a crime investigator. That is my job. That's why I like it. It's very stressful, but I do like it. So yeah, I am a big fan. But yeah, very stressful in the nature of that kind of stuff. Yeah, this is one of my favorite games ever. It's called Dragon's Prophet. Don't worry about the guy called Lee Mao. This is just the guy that I'm using to test stuff on. So I love this game. I love this game so much, and I'm glad, like, at least I'm at a point now where if all the public servers do die one day, I have it locally on my PC, so I can play it forever until I'm dead. So I'm happy about that. Let's see, we're good on RAM, so we'll go adventuring in a little bit. So this is a locally hosted server. This game no longer runs online. You cannot play this game anymore officially. Even the people who run it don't want anything to do with it. They just do like mobile games, and even their mobile games aren't very popular. I don't even know what they're doing now, if I'll be completely honest with you. But they are not doing anything to do with this game. And I've always been quite expressive with how I feel when it comes to people just sitting on IPs and not doing anything with them. Hey there, Backslash, how you doing? So I'm a big fan of this. I kind of just want to ramble for a little bit. I understand like a lot of the people who watch me have never played this game before. It is a flawed game, but it is a game that is unlike any other. So as a result of that, I am a big fan. So I've been doing some fucking around and finding out on this server, because I can, because it's locally hosted. I can do as much science as I like. And I restored a couple of like old beta features to the server. So what I did was, actually, let me show you right now. So there's like all commands on here. I can change my character's job, so I do that by doing GM job value set. Oh, sorry. set value, and then job, and then 0. So, what that will let me do if I press K here, it will remove my skills, but I'll get this skill. And it doesn't allow me to no-clip, but it lets me move really fast and it lets me fly. So, we're gonna go on a fly. We might do some boundary breaking today, so... I love this game so much. It is a game about dragons. There's just dragons everywhere. So, for example, there's dragons here. Look at these guys fighting. You can catch these dragons. They look really cool. It's like a croc fella. And then you got this fella here. They're just like fucking meandering with people. I'll tell you what. Let me get this zone online and I'll show you what a dungeon looks like. Hey, Lang. Yeah, set gravity. Also, Lang. I could kiss you IRL, and I don't kiss people, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing this. Thank you so fucking much, man. Holy shit. Anyway, yeah, I've just been able to do so much. Set gravity. You're right, there is a thing for that. What I'm gonna do is... In fact, it's a happy out. You just... I wouldn't be doing this! I would not be doing this without your stuff, so thank you. I did have to get the source code myself, but I do have that. I managed to build some of the programs, just not all of them. I had to go a really weird way to do it, so... for the proprietary stuff, I can't word. For the software, it's all like source code basically. And I had to install like a really old version of Visual Studio Code that was on archive.org because Microsoft just does not ship it anymore. And then I also had to install like a fucking Taiwanese language pack onto my laptop just to like make things like compile correctly and readable. So yeah, no, I am in a massive rabbit hole now. And yeah, what I'm mostly doing is science. I don't plan to like host a server myself or anything like. Well, I'm hosting a server myself, but I'm not looking to like make anything public myself. But if there is anything that I can like find out and do and mod and shit like that, I want to be able to. I want to be able to like. I don't know, express it somehow. But yeah. Path of Death fixed it mostly. Not sure if he's still going with it. Someone is going with it, because I know, I think Ari must have compiled Avalanche recently, because, so if you, I'm sure you know what Avalanche is, because you put it out there, but Avalanche is like the map editor. I've got mine partially working, but the objects don't, they don't load quite correct. So there is an existing DB editor for I have not run into it. I've had to basically kind of reverse engineer it a little bit. I've got my own readers and writers. But the way I kind of have to add new entries, like new dragons at the moment, is they just go to the bottom of the table. And because of that, it makes it really hard to edit something once I've put it in. But it's a workaround. it works. It does what it needs to do. That was basically what I did with this one. So this is the one from Taiwan. That I fucked around and I found out yesterday that it would work. Actually, I tell you what, the first time I put this in, it was broken. So its head was right, but its like back body was not correct. So the head was fine. We had the head, but like the body was not like cycling correctly. It wasn't, the bones weren't right. So what I had to do was I had to like attach it to like another phantom body, and I think that was what was needed to be done, because it worked. I mean, it works. So I haven't run into any problems with it yet, but I don't know, maybe I will. Maybe I'll fuck around and find out. You know DPRE has it and they're making a lot of changes. Yeah, I noticed they have. That's why I was a bit surprised when I noticed that they had the, what do you call it, the map editor recently. But yeah, I'm glad that they're making, like, a lot of changes. Like, it's one of those things where if, it's like, fuck it, we should, if Runeawaken's not gonna do it, someone's gotta do it, right? Yeah, they're making a lot of changes. They're making a lot of cool changes. Like, it's keeping itself distinct from everything else, so that's really awesome. Oh yeah, I was trying to get up the IDs for this, dungeon. I think it's 310 or 311. I don't remember. I think for some reason Anra's lair comes first, and I'm not sure why. How you doing, Fame? I hope you're good. Yeah, this is gonna be mostly a chatty stream. I have a machine gun mouth and I can't put it away, so I'm really sorry. Let me have a look here. So yeah, the gravity skill I think is here. Yeah, set player gravity to 0, go through walls. Then there is, what was the one I was looking for? I was looking for zone IDs. That was what I was looking for. Zone IDs, there we go. It was 3... For some reason it's 312. I don't know why it's in that order, but Runeawaker put it in that order. So let me turn on 312. You're doing decent, picked up a few games you gotta try. Nice. So something I did do on this server is I made all the 4-day dragons, not the moon dragons, but all the 4-day dragons spawn immediately when the server goes up. Just like the old days in beta. So that's pretty funny. I know that's not a lot, but that's still pretty funny. I'll tell you what, we won't go to Nyrul's Nest right now. I did restore Satuma, so we can go there, and I can show you that. GM... Was it world 0? No, it was 1 and then 4. So I did restore Satuma. I think there's still some stuff I've got to do here, but I'll show you this, I guess. I don't know. So this is the normal version, not the other one, which I know they're like set by rooms. I think even if I set myself to un-GM, it shouldn't kick me out. So let me try that now. GM, set value, job. I can type. I set myself to 4. There we go. So yeah, I'm back on Sorcerer now. I can't fly anymore, but I can still move fast because I've got the buff. This is the normal Satuma. I actually moved the NPCs, so I moved the Skyhammer here, and the, what do you call it, the Diurka NPCs are here, so you got Rodin, and we've got Blake Smith. This is how I feel like they should have fucking done it! Like, just put the Diurka Bastal, guys here, and then there's the Sky Touched I moved from the top of the tent over that way. So yeah, I'm not being kicked out. The time in the top bottom corner is ticking, and every time it hits a minute, it's supposed to kick you out, but it's not kicking me out, so. Doing decent, picked up a few games you gotta try. Yeah, oh, that's cool. So, yeah, all the dragons are here, NPCs are here. I think the move data is here as well. That's not gone. Oh, apparently I can swim pretty fast. I was a bit worried about swimming and it suddenly goes slow, but apparently not. The only thing that I'm having an issue with is restoring Onyx Smoke. Of all things, that seems to be like one of the more like complicated things to deal with. The other thing I noticed, and I thought this was actually like a modified server thing, but it seems like at least part of it is just something Runewaker tried doing and it got cancelled, but I don't know if like Lang can confirm it or not. But I noticed the dungeons in Ivana's Omen and Tierka Keep were different. And I don't know if that's because of the, I'm trying to find the right word. I don't know if that's because Runewaker did that. I'm pretty sure they did, because I actually checked the Necrova lure in the client, and it had the same thing. It just had a few lines that were a bit different. So, I think it's the same. Also, one other thing I was doing that was really dumb. This is a really stupid thing I did that was selfish, but, I put hidden dragons everywhere in, like, some of the maps. I didn't do it everywhere yet, but I've done one, like, down here, for example, because I thought that'd be really funny. And they do have spawn timers. So I think this one, like, spawns, like, every hour or something like that. I don't know, but I did that. And, so that's not, that's not vanilla. Were they empty or level 108 mobs? Because you did those dungeons for custom content. Oh, got you. Okay, yeah. Because I had a look. So I've edited it now. But it had, yeah, because your credits and all of that was in the Lua files, so I assumed it was yours. I did empty it. Well, I emptied one of the dungeons. But, I was trying to find out a way to restore the old one, but I don't think it's possible. I'm not sure how they handle it. Also, I don't have that room online, so I'd have to turn it on. But you can trust me. Basically, it's empty in there right now. I emptied it out just temporarily while I figure out what's going on. But yeah, your custom dungeons are really cool. I like that you used Urshak. I don't know if Urshak the Watcher was his actual name, or if that was a name you gave it, because it didn't have one. I put Shade Chaser here. There's not actually that many dragons I placed in this map, but yeah, just shoved Shade Chaser there for now. But yeah, this is outside of that. This is just Old Satumo. Most of the events work, so I know I can't attack right now, but if I set my job back, I can progress this just as normal. And then the Rooftop Destroyer appears. There we go. Urshak was the original name. Pretty much all the movesets was already done too. That's really cool. I assume it was like... Oh, actually, thinking about his color, there was something I picked up on. Maybe I do display capture and I show you my docs, my Google Docs. I was putting... I've got this, like, big sheet that I've been compiling, and there's not much in here, unfortunately, right now. Well, at least on this tab. Let me change it to display capture, I guess. I'm on one screen, by the way, so I do apologize if things look a little sketch. There is a pig attacking my ankles. Will that work? That will work. Okay. So yeah. So this picture that was in the files, I already kind of knew this, but this one had zone 507 on it. So 507 is missing from here. You see it goes from like 504, 505, 506, and then 508. So I really gotta move my guy. So 508 is Tierka Bestal, right? And then 506, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. It's like one of the later dungeons. I know that at least. But yeah, 507 is not here. But 507 does exist in a text dump I did. Actually, if I open Office, open office. I did a dump of some of the tables. That's dragons. I did do a zone dump somewhere, and I don't know where I put it. I do have I have this, which is pretty cool. But, let me see if I've got it in my recents, actually. I'm gonna load these anyway. Okay, here we go. It's open. Let me just have a look at my recents. Dragons, Dragon Evolution, GM tool. Some of this is just, like, internal doc shit. Yeah, I don't have it here. Anyway, here's some of the dragons from the, database table, I believe. This isn't like the actual table, but it is very close. It's still missing a lot of data. It's not great. But this is the, I think this is the dump of the dragons before, yeah. So this is the dump of the dragons before the, before I started adding a lot of stuff to it. So there was the one I added at the bottom there. I think I was just checking that. And then there's this one. But yeah. Basically, trust me when I say that Urakar's Cleave is 507. It basically is. Let me switch back to the game. There we go. Hey there, Fortuna, how you doing? I hope you're good. But yeah, I have, 507 was what you used in your custom dungeon video. Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna have to go back and check your videos. I did see Urakar's Cleave in Avalanche. In fact, you wanna, maybe we could, actually, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to open Avalanche, because I've changed all the file structure of everything. So I might have to open that on another day. Is this one? Let me have a quick look. Oh, Spider Queen lair. Okay, let me have a look. Because I was missing a lot of the rocks and objects, so... This is... Is this a copy of Alandra? Oh wait, no. I like how you're running into them and they're just dying. I think that's like a custom skill you've got. Oh, okay. That's really cool. I'm gonna save that. I didn't realize you had that on there. And then you put a spider in there. That's neat. Okay, wait. That's the first boss. Okay. Okay, so it's actually a big dungeon then. I see. It looked kind of small in the editor, but it might have been just because it was missing. That's so weird. I'm getting eaten by a pig again. Sorry, I'm getting really into this. It's really interesting that it's just like completely unused, you know? Because I knew they probably wanted to do something as hard as Diurca Bastal, like it was supposed to be like a vehicle for gear, but they didn't really do anything. But that's really, really cool shit, man. It's a command you have on Keybind. The heat wave is over. It is for now. So the internal dungeon structure is that like something by RuneWake? Or is that I'm not thinking about the NPCs or anything like that, but like the internal dungeon structure, is that kind of how it was supposed to be? Rhymed cave spider. You've got some cool ideas here. Spider nest. And then there's like a crystal there. Okay. Okay, so it kind of ends there. But that's really cool. What you have there is really cool. You can add it to your zone list, but you don't exactly remember the process. That is fine, I will figure it out. I have my ways. Taps forehead. Just copy the setup from other zones kind of thing. Yeah. Can just follow the structure and just do it that way. That's not a problem. So yeah, there's not a whole lot I've really added here. The only thing I did do was that there was the blocks here. So right here in the collision editor, there was like a big block here that stopped you moving. This here. If I go into, is it collision editor? They still exist. And then there's these triggers to fly to forest that I deleted. Yeah, room blocks. So these actually stop you passing. For some reason, there's one over here still, and I clicked there for some reason. I don't know why. If I go over here, yeah, you can see it. Like I'm trying to run here, and it's like blocking the way. So what I kind of did, because I was a bit worried about just deleting them outright, is get out my way. Get out my way. Get out my way. What I did is I just grabbed it. If I can find the block again. Room block. And I literally just... I'm probably not gonna do it. That's gonna take forever, man. I can't remember the exact way I did it, but is it on the X or the Y? Let's find out. That's 900. Okay, I see. Let's try. I'm making a fool of myself here. Okay, that moves it out further, so we need that lower. How low can you go? 800. Wait, no, that moves it out too far. No. No, that's 8,000. Okay, 800. Okay, that moves it in. 600? I don't know why it cuts out like that. Yeah. 500. We'll just do 400. It's still there. It's whatever. I'll just leave it. It's fine. It's okay. But yeah, now I walk here and I am no longer blocked. Hooray! I don't know why I missed that, but... Some of the other collisions, like when I had it open, there was like a whole bunch of other ones. These are like different, these are different for different things. I don't want to fuck around with, so... I only touch what I know. If you uncheck the first box, it'll actually disable the collision, so it exists but you can walk through. Oh, that's good to know! Let me try that. Let me try that. That sounds really handy. It was over here. I'll know because I'll see it sticking out the wall still, kinda. Ah, here it is. Yeah. So, let me reopen it because it despawned. Here we go. So, this one here, I can't remember what this says. I actually translated this at one point. I've already forgotten what it means. But I should be able to. Yeah, I can walk through it now. Unless that's just because that's open. But yeah, no, I can walk through that now. That's awesome. That is pretty fucking cool. I'm just trying to think. So I've kind of gone over most of the stuff here. The only thing, like I said, is really broken is Onyx Smoke, unfortunately. Because I tried to just straight port him over and it didn't quite work out very well. I think what happened was I was trying to like restore his old pathway and it just doesn't exist anymore. Because when people were saying they deleted the mobs in Satuma, they weren't fucking kidding. Because there's an entire record of, like, just deletions in this zone, which is insane to me. Like, there's just a whole deluge of deleted records, so I just sort of chanced it. I backed up the files, and I was like, okay, let's undo all of that. So I just batch undid that, and, yeah, that's how all the enemies are, well, mobs are here, I guess. But there's not really much else to really look at in Satuma. I harp on Satuma a lot. It's a nice place. Most of this works. If anything, there's still a lot of stuff broken in Bakra. Actually, let me see if this is broken. This public event has a weird problem where the enemies don't quite work right. And it was also like that back in the day too. Like in the beta they work fine, but the zombies just wouldn't respawn. Because for some reason they'd be just stuck in a really strange, transparent state. Maybe one day I can fix that. And yeah, it doesn't help that there's not nearly enough of them here. Yeah, this was one of the public events was kind of it just broke after beta for some reason, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, Shattered Skeleton. These things are supposed to get up and fight you, and they don't do that. So yeah, all of this used to work at one point, and just like I don't know, when the game went out of beta, it just stopped working. Tuna, hey there, Kelly D. I'm gonna go to another zone. Let's go to zone 5. Oh yeah, by the way, I probably should have showed you it, but you can walk straight out of Satuma now. I can't remember if I rehooked. Oh yeah, don't worry about this guy. Don't worry about him. He's a little bit broken, but don't worry about him. He's okay. Also, I have to let my cat out, so bear with me a moment. I will be right back. Like 2 minutes. Okay, so I've done that now. There's a lot of fun cutting room floor shit here. Let me see if we can get through that. There is gonna be just some shit I added too, so let me let me wander around. I remember really fucking around with this map. So I think if I go over here with Lee Mao, Clark's Farm. We put a, I put a Taunt Purple here that's level 55. Yeah. He's just kinda there. Oh yeah, Fungal Bloom. That's always a fun one to talk about. So, apparently, oh there he is, by the way. This is what I said, I made them spawn on server up. So he's here right now. What I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna open the object editor, and I'm just gonna follow his path. So, this here is like all his waypoints, where you can kind of see him, like, this is all the waypoints he travels between. Now, I don't know why I never paid attention to this. Oh, don't worry about that dragon there, by the way, that's just, they're just, like, storage for the, Eastern Dragon event. Which is stored really stupidly, by the way. Oh, I got jump height error. I might have to let myself land. Or maybe not. One thing I didn't realize, and I don't know why, I feel a bit stupid for this, but I didn't realize that... Wait, is this the bugged pathway? Or is this the correct one? Wait. Wait, is this the correct one or the bugged one? Wait, are there 3 pathways? Okay. I was about to talk about that there was a fungal bloom pathway that, like, goes up here for some reason. But, for some reason, I don't know why I keep getting this jump height error, man. I need to be out of this mid-jump, whatever this is. Come on, get down. Get down, Lemao. You wanna do it. But yeah, I'm on the floor now. I might have to be a GM. I think this is my problem. Let's set myself back to 0. Okay. But for some reason there's one that goes all the way up here, because I actually recorded the waypoint all the way up here. But I've just... I don't know what's going on with this. Currently grinding a secret mobile game. A secret mobile game, you say? Oh, wow. Let me... I tell you what. Where was that other dragon? So here's Funky Bloom. He doesn't go into the cave, does he? No, this one doesn't. Also, if you want a fun surprise, it's here. But I put a dragon in here called Evergreen. So there's I put a dragon in this cave. But yeah, look, check this out. Check this out. So there's a whole bunch of Easterns stored here for some reason. I have no idea why they are here, but if you follow them, notice they go through the wall. And this is actually the bugged pathway for Fungal Bloom. So you can kind of see that it only has 20 waypoints. And you can kind of follow it along, right? And there's an actual... Okay, that's the other Fungal Bloom. That's not the one we're dealing with right now. Because there's actually no dragon on this path anymore. I think on the EU server they did delete it. But in the American server, if anyone played that one, it had... it had a big problem with 2 Fungal Blooms spawning. So... yeah, for some reason the path just dead ends here. This is the last waypoint, as you can see in the sequence. And that's as far as he goes, and then he kind of goes back again. It's really silly. I don't know why it's like that. But it is. I'm gonna investigate that third thing going on, because this part's bothering me now. I literally, I haven't finished it, but I was doing I was looking at all the waypoints for ancients and shit like that, and I've realized that Fungal Bloom might actually have 3 paths built in this map for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if this was I don't know if this was the first map that was made or something like that. But it feels like it. By the way, I do plan to stream for a little bit. There is gonna be some really, really weird shit later. There is, hopefully, if I can get it up, there is a very, very strange place in Alandra. So I kind of want to look at that later on. So I might start that zone up later and we'll have a look at it. But for now I'm gonna try and see if I can find this pathway I was talking about, because I ran into this the other day. So I'm just going to load the object editor and move around, because if I don't have the object editor open, unfortunately it's not going to show the dragons on the path. These eggs are still an enigma to me, because I click on them, right, and they kind of just, they don't really give me a lot of information of how they function, because there's not even, oh, this path has 120 points. Okay, this might be what we're looking for. Give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can follow this. Let's see, 16. I'm just gonna follow this. I'm gonna see where it goes, because this is a different value. We just hit a path that had 140. This one has 120 for some reason. So I'm gonna look into this. So I'm just gonna follow this through for a little bit. I have a feeling there's like I think there's like 3 fungal bloom pathways for some reason. I didn't realize that. I always knew that there was 2. But yeah, there is some really, really weird out of bounds shit in Alandra that I have no idea what's going on. Because I checked like Thadria and like later zones, and those are fairly contained. But for some reason, what do you call it? For some reason, like Alandra just isn't, and I don't know why. I gotta remember where to go from here. I think it's straight. Usually the waypoints aren't that far from the original. Sometimes these are hard to follow, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna keep going until I see it, because he will go this way. Can't remember. Is it page up in this game to auto-run? No, it's not auto-run. I keep confusing it. It's insert, I think, isn't it? Insert. Yeah. I always confuse it for Final Fantasy, because I play a lot of Final Fantasy 14. So... yeah, I'm scooting. I'm scooting. I'm scootin'-dootin'. So, is this the one? I think this is the one. I think this is the weird one. Yeah. You can see how this is only 120 points. And look! Look! It goes down here. You can see the real fungal bloom is nowhere on this path, right? He is nowhere near here. And yet, this one goes all the way up here for some reason. And I recorded this pathway thinking it was the real one, and it fucking isn't. What the fuck, dude? I was wrong. So yeah, I guess this is just an unused, like, maybe beta pathway? I don't know. Because normally there's like a dragon loaded at the end of it. There's at least Easterns. So I actually wonder if if you trigger an Eastern event, because these Eastern dragons are actually configured on this pathway, on that pathway, and on the 3rd pathway, if you're doing the Eastern event, you just go here, because there's gonna be 3 times the amount of noodles. But yeah, if I click on Fungal Bloom right now, you're gonna see the waypoints change. And you can see how that's an absolute different pathway. So, that is insane that that's the case. That is crazy. What the fuck? Okay, I learned something new today. Every day is a school day. Yeah. So that's one of the really neat things about this game, right? That's one thing I really love about Dragon's Prophet, is that, it has these dragons that kind of wander around, and they kind of do their thing, and I really like it for some reason. I don't know, it's really cool. It's just like bosses with massive pathways, but you can own them, or you can murder them. It's up to you, it's your destiny. I'm not your mom. I was actually kind of really fucking around with this map though. I think there's a couple places I want to kind of show. I'm trying to think in my head what order I want to do this. But let's go to a cursed tower. I'm gonna go to a cursed tower. We're feeling like a cursed tower, right? So we'll get to a cursed tower. I really would like to. I'm gonna remind myself now. I'm gonna pay attention to what moon it is today. But I need to make myself like a little calendar thing that tells me what dragon is, which moon dragon is today. What's a crit? Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So here's a cursed tower. Really cool place. Really cool place. I really fucked around here. So something I was doing, I don't know if there's a better way to do it, but when you place creatures in, when you place monsters in the world, they typically will disappear when you do a server restart on the object editor. So this object editor here typically doesn't add things permanently. You have to kind of like remove them manually. Well, you have to, they remove by themselves basically. Um, however, in one of these houses, hopefully it's not broken because I've been doing a lot of mob editing. I don't know which tower it's in, but there's a mini jump scare in one of these towers. I don't know if it's still here. It's not that one. One of these towers has it in. Oh, there he is. Is he broken? Oh, he is broken. I'm gonna have to fix him. But there's a dragon in there. I did some other fucky wucky stuff too. I'm just trying to see what else is going on here. This is a private server. Do you have new items there? I have a shitty dragon recolor. Let me hit the right button. I think his compendium works. Let me see. Ancient. Yeah, there's his compendium. Then I have this one. What do you call it? This phantom. I've just realized to fix this dragon, I'm probably gonna have to, I realize I might have broken the other phantoms making this one work, so I might have to go back and do some work on that one. Which is fine, I'll fix that later. I have this guy. I have him. But unfortunately he has broken hands. The way the kind of files are laid out, he has like separate entities for like his front of his feet. So, unfortunately. Looks great, thank you. It is all science. I'm just doing it for the science and the fun of it. I'm not really like, what's the word? Oh yeah. I put quartz here, that's level 103. The one thing I wanted to, because I just plan to probably play this by myself, and just mess around. What I started doing, because I was trying to figure out, like, can I make a scavenger hunt here? So I basically like hid like loads of like those dragon recolors everywhere. So there was like a quartz back there, and then. There might be another one around here somewhere. I don't remember. They do have spawn timers on them too. Let me see. I can't remember where the others are. They're really hidden. Oh, there's actually one over here. There's one that I think is impossible to get to, but I think this one's possible. Because you can kind of like parkour over here. And kind of parkour to this ledge here. But if you go up here, there's a Velis. There's a level 113 Velis up here. And I'm pretty sure I will die if I attack this one, but actually I can't do that until my dragon's gonna die right away, but go for it. Do it anyway. Do it. Do it. You're gonna die in one hit. Yeah, he's already dead. He's already dead. But yeah, there's a dragon here. Are you gonna turn the right way? Yeah, you're gonna turn the right way. Cool. Taiwan files? No, this is a Frankenstein of European and Taiwan files. So, basically, what I did was, latest 108 items. The latest 108 items are in the EU client. Yeah, they're already in the client. Those are already there. They might be missing like proper names and stuff, but they are there. They're 100% there. Yeah, there was one dragon I think I put all the way up here, and I don't think anyone would be able to. I don't think I'd be able to reach this. I don't think there's a mountain high enough to actually get up here. But it was really funny because I like parkouring anyway, and in here somewhere there should be a. Oh, there he is. Is this guy? He's level 114. Because in theory, you can catch level. even at level 108, you can catch something 6 levels higher than you. The only issue is that you, like, really need to be on your A game. You, like, need, like, the best, like, fucking dragon influence gear to, like, do it. And, yeah, so... that was one of the things I wanted to show at Curse Tower. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. It's like there's water. There's a lot of water down here. And I don't remember if I put anything down here. I don't think I really did, because there's like an event down here, right? That you can turn on that has like Vibrant Thunder. Which is pretty cool. Let's hit insert. Hey Leroy, how you doing? I hope you're good. So I'm just on a fly tour at the moment. Doing my usual necromancy. Yes, yeah, usual necromancy. That's about right. I do apologize that all a lot of the dragons I added was on Rhino Horn. I can explain why they have that icon. So the way I made them work is really, really dumb. I literally had to, like, attach them to an existing dragon family, and then I didn't set an icon in interface, so it just used Rhino Horn's thing. So I still need to change the category, but I just did it. I didn't even think it'd fucking work. That was the problem. I don't think it'd fucking do anything. Is there a Yes, there is! There's one called Alaris the Enchantress. Do you want me to check my... If I check my sheet... Let me check my dragon sheet. Dragon... let's see. Dragon database, right. There's a dragon called Elaris the Enchantress. Let me grab the ID. So, let me just pick this one up. GM, give... If I can type, fuck. Tent pet. So this one here, it's kind of... This one is a vanilla... This is a complete vanilla dragon, but If this is the one you mean? There was a really crazy looking recolor on Taiwan I still need to implement, and I don't know if the model is slightly different. I think it's the same. But we might have to do a graph. Would you be interested in seeing me trying to add a dragon live? I might have to use black magic for it, but I can do it. Looks like a butterfly. There is another one called Sylvarin. That's also pretty nice. Actually, while I'm here, let me turn on Object Editor, because I want to see if... Is there an Eastern Dragon here? So when I turn on Object Editor, it will unhide the Eastern Dragons that are hidden only when, like, kind of the event starts. The way Ancient Dragons kind of work is they stay hidden, and they're only shown when they're due to spawn. So there's a fucking Eastern here. Maybe if I keep going. Maybe if I keep going, I'll see one. Oh, I forgot there's a whole event down here. Ancient Shadow Follower? I forgot that was a thing. I think that was like an event like NA maybe ran once and then they never did it again. It was really odd. Why can I not see any Eastern Dragons here? Where are they stored? I don't know. They might not be active. Oh yeah, there's still plenty I want to show in this map, by the way. I'm sorry I'm in this map for so long. But there is like some other stuff that I kind of want to go over. Oh, by the way, if you don't know what this is, I don't know if you've seen this. This is actually just a placeholder for, I believe, a raid event. I think that's all it is. That's kind of what that's there for. There is another tool called the flag editor, and it's a little bit different. If I show you how it... So, it's /flag... yeah, it's just flag editor, isn't it? So this kind of looks really uninteresting because there's a lot of sysname shit here. In fact, there's going to be something really funny I can show you later in regards to the flag editor. But if you have a look here, hopefully if I go through these, you'll start seeing something. Is it this? What is this? What is this flag? What is this one? What is this? What is this flag? I'm trying to think. What is this? Is this a road quest? Actually, one way to find out. What is this one? Is this just the, is this just Midnight Shades Pathway? It might be. I didn't think it was handled that way. Okay, maybe I'm learning. But no, actually, no, it doesn't go that way. So, what is this then? I'm digging up a whole rabbit hole now. I'm gonna look at that later. Let me make a note of that flag in my notes. Again, we are doing science. Some of this is science. Let me put that in the debugging spreadsheet. So this flag is called I'll just say weird flag zone 5, and that is 45001 364 41005 364. Perfect, okay. I'll have that in my head later. I don't know what that's about, but we'll figure it out. I was trying to find the road quests. So, here's the road quest. This is the road quest one. This is 1284. You can see exactly where all the road quests are set. Oh, there's an Eastern, by the way. This is Midnight Shades Pathway. We'll look at that in a second. Is this road quest? Yeah, no, this is road quest. That's definitely road quest. I think for some reason the road quests are a bit shit here. But if I go past here, they should be better. Yeah, you can see, yeah, there's always a road quest here. And there should be some over this way too. Oh wait, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not a road quest. What is that? In fact... See, I'm learning stuff. We love it. It's gonna be one where there's a lot of pings. You can see this one's named. It's actually just all the Tenor locations. And then backgrass, green vine logs. The rest of these, yeah, they're not really named. There was a point where I actually went through these and I made a note of the road quests, and I could just check that reference list, but I'm stupid. But just know it does exist. There's something even memeier that I can show later. I'll show it as soon as I can. It's in Alentia. There is an absolute meme of a flag of a series of flags in Alentia later on that I would like to look at. Let's go back this way. In fact, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go head to the Wanandia coast. I'm gonna head that way for a little bit, because one thing I really don't like about this map is there's a lot of unused space. There's a lot of, like, it's just not really used. Look, there's this cool, like, underwater ruin shit here, and it's not used for anything. I can't remember if this got inserted or not, but we'll find out. Wait, where am I right now? Okay, we're not quite there yet. Is it here? Did I do it here? Always looks so different at night. Maybe I didn't put anything here yet. I thought there was a dragon here, but I might not have... Oh wait, no, it's here. There it is, level 45. Maybe that should be 55. But there is one up here. And then... let me have a look. There should be one here, and then there's another one here. There's Fedor. It's level 103. I think they do have... I think he does attack. Yeah, he does. He definitely attacks. I know some of the dragons kind of lack like the proper AI. Oh, there's some dragons here. I think I need to delete those. Some fucketh around was happening. Anyway, I'm gonna load another zone. Let's open... trying to think. Let's open Alentia. Yeah, let's open Alentia. There's some meme shit I want to show. So let me close. I'll close the tumor. I don't need that open right now. Let's open Alentia. So we'll load Alentia. I think I'm also gonna load Alandra. I think it should be fine. And we'll see what goes on over here. I think I'm gonna head over here and there will be like a whole load of like broken stuff. Oh, it's Shrouded Carnage today. It is his day. It's his birthday. Actually, I might make a note of that. Let's type in the 29th of June 2026 is Shrouded Full Moon. Fantastic. That's the only note I need to get that part running. Yeah, there might be a whole bunch of dragons just sat here. Hello, Vextide. These are really big. And here's some other things I was fucking around with. There's these massive Crimson Thorns. I don't know why they're so big. But they're pretty cool. I don't think there's anything else here. Right, Alentia should be open. So, let's go World 1... 9? I don't know if there's like any particular like maps people want to look at, but just let me know and I'll open them. There's some fun shit in Alentia. I kind of want to go to Colornine Kingdom as fast as I possibly can, because that's where the fun is. That's where the happiness is made. So we're in Svarth, which is cool. Dark Flame will be up because every single dragon is up. They are all up at server up on the server, so we will always run into them. They still have the same respawn timer, they're just up when the server's up, that's kind of it. Seems like those dragons are fine. I'm just trying to make sure and check while I'm here, because I did do some phantom modifying, and I need to do some more tweaks, so... There'll be a Dark Flame here, but I can't really be bothered to run into him right now. There's something funnier I want to do. See, I don't know where he is. I don't really care. But, yeah, Alentia is one of those maps that's always kind of been very framey for some reason, and, I never really understood why until until something happened. Let me open the flag and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. There should be a flag on here that has like 2,000 entries or something ridiculous. I'm gonna know when I see it. I guess we could also look at Phantom Stone today if people fancy. Show you how he works. I'm just looking for the right thing on here. So it's not that. There's one with about 2,000 entries. We're gonna run into it. It's not that one. Where was it? It's here somewhere. It might... Oh! 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 I found it! I found it! Here it is! So this has got two... Oh my god. Okay. Right. You're not ready for this. You're not ready for this! And you might think for a second, what am I looking at? What is all of this? What is going on here? What the fuck is all of this? It gets worse. Have you ever wondered why you fucking lag in Alentia? Well, here's the fucking reason. Yo, do you feel bad about making a game in RPG Maker now? And using a lot of events? Because you shouldn't feel bad, because this is worse. This is way worse. By the way, I know exactly what this is, and if you play Dragon's Prophet, you should also know what this is, but I will explain exactly what's happening here. So all these flags here, these 2010 flags, do you know what this is? You probably know the answer already if you play Dragon's Prophet. So this is all of where Hazool exists. So, if you don't know, there's a dragon called Hazool the Swirling Flame. And it is a horse. It is a horse dragon. And it is invisible. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to kill these, like, wolfmen, these black claws. And you're supposed to collect, like, these little devices. When you start seeing a message in the zone saying that a Hazool has moved, blah 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 blah, it's supposed to be like a scavenger hunt, right? And you're supposed to look for him, and you get kind of near to like one of his spots, and you kind of use your thing. It's a hot and cold game, right? But they have so many flags, and you could argue, yeah, but Zephyr. Alabaster Sailhorn has a very similar minigame, but it's with crystals instead. No, Alabaster has like 300 flags. This is 2,000. What the fuck is going on? You cannot have as many. Yeah, the fucking PC would explode. So yeah, these are like all the places. Hazul can occupy in this zone. So this is basically every area, and I think it's one of the reasons why sometimes I would feel close and I would never quite get it. So Hazul will never be here, but he can be like here, and he can be like all the way here. This is so dumb. It's so silly, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's like that, but dude, it's fine. So there's a dragon here. This is the you're gonna see they disappear when I close the flag editor. But if I open the object editor back up, now if a wild ancient is inactive, they will just sit here. I'm being attacked. Leave me alone, Redwing. We can follow his path, and he will be up. But if he's like sat there idle, he's not ready to spawn yet, basically. The quest has some replayability. Maybe. But that's just for a single dragon you catch. It's kind of like bonkers in my honest opinion. Let's see, part of do you want to go down to this cave? This cave's really cool, and people can't really go down here anymore because of the, you'll see something come up in a moment. It'll say, you're not in a control area, and that's where you usually get kicked back. But, we're not being kicked back because we are, we can fucking do what we want. So, yeah. Recursive Nightmare kind of sits here. He sits in his man cave, and then he comes out. In the files, that type of, like, dragon is called a medium dragon, and then, like, Fionor is just called, Fionor is just called, a fat dragon. They don't even sugarcoat, they just call him a fat dragon. And there he is! So if I turn off Object Editor, you can see Recursive Nightmare is right here. And for some reason on its pathway, it actually goes through a wall for some fucking reason. I don't know why it does. This guy's cool. I love him. Look how cool he is, man. Look how fucking awesome okay, he's going for me. I need to move away. But yeah, he'll correct and he'll kind of go back on his path when he de-aggroes. It's such a cool system, man. I want another video game that does shit like this. Where I can just be wandering around and then there's like a fucking, like, nightmarish, like, fucking spiky black dragon that I can fucking, be friends with. Or, I don't know, murder. It's funny how the emote animations are not in sync. Yeah. So he goes into this big lava area here. I kind of want to stick with him just a little bit because I want to show you that. I want to show you how ridiculous this part of the pathway is. But he just goes over lava. I don't think in the game this lava hurts you, from what I remember. But there'll be a part he'll just go through a wall, and it looks really dumb. God, I'm lagging. This game, you can never not lag in it, ever. But what we'll do in a little bit, I'm gonna go to Alandra. We might do some Phantom Stone stuff in all of this. This guy jump scared the fuck out of me. And yeah, we'll probably, we might try and add a dragon in and then restart the server and see if it works. We'll do it fucking live. More dragons for Mummy's effort. Yeah! Fuck yeah! They'd be so cool, like, wandering around the zone and then suddenly this thing's coming at you. Actually, yeah, let's go to, I'm gonna just use a command. Let's go to World 10. This is Alandra. And Alandra has something pretty batshit insane hiding there. I also followed Scarlet Bloom in his out of bounds location, and he actually technically goes into Alentia. So this is Alandra. This is the 10th stone. All the dragons will be up right now because I've configured it so that they are. Oh yeah, you want to know about indigo stones? Would you like to know about my indigo stones? So if you don't know indigo stones, in this zone there is kind of like a scavenger hunt that happens every so often, where these blue stones will be like randomly dotted across the map, and you mine them, and if you collect 10, you can summon this blue dragon, and he is basically yours. So that's pretty fucking cool. What I could do is I could open the flag editor, and I could show you where all the indigo stones are, because that is something that shows up on here. Let me go back into the flag editor. I don't need to be typing this every time. But here somewhere, I remember getting the wrong one last time. That's 30. That is Scarlet Bloom. Is that Scarlet Bloom's pathway? I don't know what that is. I don't know what I'm looking at there. There should be something that has quite a few entries. Not that one. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Is it this one? Actually, it might be this one. I think it's this one. I think this is it. I have got this wrong before, so I just want to make sure. I don't know if it's this. This might be it. I'm gonna have to confirm. There's a way I can tell. Because I know this is kind of always awkward to go over. There is an east in there. That is just a placeholder. That is a placeholder. The fact that there's a couple of events in the water makes me think this is the thing. Because they are in places I remember, like in the waterfall and so on. So I think this is right. But I will just double check. There's a couple ways I can tell. One is by going underwater. But this looks roughly correct. There's Scarlet Bloom, by the way. I don't know why he stood there. You having a good time, buddy? He's alright. He's just having his chill walk. I don't know if the Moon Merchant is up, or if that is... No, they're just genuinely up.
Do you have a moment?
Cool.
Proceed with caution.
That's pretty pog. Let me find that trigger again. I should have made a mental note of the ID. Oh, we've got it. 1343. So it's quite near the end. This was added quite late, so. Yeah, that's definitely a spot I've picked as Phantom, not Phantom Stone, an Indigo Stone from before. Was there not one in the town, or am I remembering wrong? There's a lot of Mandela effect in this game. Yeah, so there's a couple in the water. I see a couple in the water there. Yeah, a couple of spots in the underwater bit. I wonder what the actual chance is and how this works. I need to find out. getting laggy. One of the problems with this game is like, if you visit too many zones, it's just like, you just get your computer gets memory leaked all over the place. Leaking all over the place, we are. And yeah, there should be plenty of flags this way. There should be one near the respawn point. There's Verdant Finn. Look how pretty he is. I love him. Yeah, there's one right next to the respawn point. So we're definitely looking at the right thing here. Yeah, let's chase down Verdant Finn. So Verdant Finn just like flies where all the water is, basically. Pretty creative because you kind of have to shoot it down. Shoot to aggro. And yeah, these are basically all the Phantom Stone. Not Phantom. I keep saying fucking Phantom Stone. Holy shit. What I'm gonna do is I am gonna close. Let me close zone 9. And let me close zone. I want to close zone 5? Yeah, I'll close zone 5 for now. And I'm gonna open zone 11. Yeah, we'll open zone 11. So I'll probably go and do the cutting room floor shit. But yeah, you can even see in the water here, there's a blue stone. And there's blue stones here, and blue stones here, blue stones here. And there's another one there, and another one there, and another one there. So you can see they're all in the places you'd normally expect them. Which is interesting. If someone felt really fucking evil, they could actually randomize these positions if they had some kind of automaton do it for them. You could actually change all the positions and be a complete asshole. So I think it's time to show the really crazy thing about Elandria. And do you like weird shit? Do you like going out of bounds? Do you like the back rooms? Because we're gonna go see the back rooms like right now. So Elandria is one of the very few maps in the game that has a lot of runoff. And what I mean by that is you can see how this map clearly ends here, but it doesn't. Okay. So I'm gonna just vault over here. You can kind of see, like, the end of the map, like, kind of over here, right? So we're just gonna keep going for a minute. Alright, so you see clearly there's unfinished shit here. So, yeah. There's a big ravine. There's a big void here. You can kind of see this stretches out a little bit, right? There's like even a waterfall over here. I think there's a waterfall over here. Yeah, so there's kind of like a waterfall thing here. Well, actually, it's not even a waterfall, it's just rock with a texture on it. So you can clearly see over in this direction, you can see Elandria there. So I don't really want to head that way. What I want to do is I want to head this way. So we're kind of in between here a little bit. You can see Elandria there. And all of that fun stuff. So let me head this way. Because this was something I noticed. Because, yeah, obviously Alentia's over there. But there's like a weird amount of like stuff going on. Like usually a map will cut off about here. But there's another bit over here for some reason. And it's a bit annoying because it's like dark right now in the game. But hopefully the skybox kind of highlights the things I'm talking about. I'm gonna hit insert here because our character's gonna be traveling a little bit. I'm gonna be doing some adventuring here. So there's this like big wall, which is in a really odd place, if I would argue, because it's really out of bounds. There wouldn't normally be a reason to put a wall here. There's like this really strange boundary, and it kind of just goes on and on and on. And there are some like artifacts and things like that. But then there's just this. So most maps just end. This map does not end. Well, it does end, but there's quite a bit to go. So you can still see the boundary walls over there. There is like absolutely fucking nothing here. Yet every now and again, you can see like a faint like set of hills. Like most of this is flat, but there's like hills here. And then here, there is like this massive ravine that kind of almost looks river-like, if you know what I mean. So you see all of this here. It's just like a big gouge in the ground, like it's like a river. And you can kind of follow it. And it just keeps going. We're still going, by the way. There's a river here. There's a big ravine here. There is just... It just keeps going. It's still going. It's like literally zone size. I don't know what this is. We are still technically in Alandra. It still counts us in Alandra. By the way, the thing you're about to see here, I added this here. This is not like some kind of secret you've never heard about before. This is something I deliberately put here, because this is such a strange place. So I put a Metron here. There's a level 113 Metron out here. I put it here because it is just such a strange place. So yeah, I put him here. So the map does kind of start to end here. You can see like the end of whatever this lake or river is here. Then there's just this square, and then the map does start to properly end. Like this is the boundary you would normally see at the edge of a map once you go over the hill. But for some reason, this just goes on for so long, and I don't know why. Because even when I go to like this side of Alandra, it doesn't stretch nearly that far. I don't know what's going on here. But if you had the tools and you had the know-how, if you had the map editor working properly, you could absolutely repurpose this into something, I feel like. Because there's even a boundary wall there. There's just so much you can use. But yeah, why is this here? I don't know. My thoughts is that maybe Porthos wasn't going to be its own, like, separated map. And maybe they were going to put Porthos here. Because it kind of has, like, Porthos has a lot of rivers, right? And it has a big lake. And this also has a lot of rivers and a big lake. Correlation does not necessarily mean causation. But it's fun to fantasize about these kind of things, you know? So, yeah. I think that's really cool. And, yeah, you can clearly see that it just cuts off here. So this is like a completely unused zone. I really wish Dragon's Prophet had a cutting room floor page, because there is so much about this game that would just... could absolutely just be talked about. You can see it clearly ending there, that river bit. It's so cool. Maybe I do try and I'll try and recompile Avalanche again, because I've got it mostly working. It's just whenever you load a map, the doodads load, but the actual objects saved in the map do not, and I haven't figured out why. I think I know what's causing it, but we'll get it figured out. But yeah, this is a really cool area. There's no reason that any of this should be here, but it is just here. It kind of reminds me of Drowan Town in its, like, kind of size, you know? We're just floating through space. Just flying through the air. So yeah, repurpose that area. I don't care what you do with it. Do something with it, because it's kind of cool. And you can teleport to it because I have a dragon that spawns there. So this cave area is cool. I don't know why they didn't make this area accessible. This almost feels like we were kind of robbed in how... I almost feel like we were kind of robbed in how big Erlandra was intending to be, because this clearly looks like it should be part of the zone. This almost feels like the part of the game where they were kind of flagging in terms of, like, development. And I'm sure if I go all the way this way, I'm going to eventually hit a block, right? What a nice little area. I didn't mean to take a screenshot, I'm supposed to hit insert. There we go. Wab 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 wab. Wab wab wab. Wab wab wab. But yeah, even this bit just ends as it should. Look, it just cuts off fine. So, I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, let's go to Porthos. I thought I'd show you that, because it's kind of batshit insane. We'll go to Porthos. Porthos is not nearly as interesting, I'm afraid. It's not nearly as exciting. But, I mean, there's still stuff here. The big one is Phantom Stone. And we can... I mean, we can follow him, but do you really want to? I don't think you do. Anyway, let's open the flag editor. It should be near the end, anything relating to Phantom Stone. So, what I really want to do is keep my eyes on the water with this one. There should be about 200 locations or so. We see something pop in the water, we know we're on the money. Also, I don't actually know if, like, a lot of flags cause a lot of lag. So, I could be just, like, bullshitting with Hazul, but it's funny to look at when you can see it behind the scenes. It's always funny. I really feel like this game hit its apex with Dragonheart Temple and all of that. Like, that's really where it felt like the game, like, hit its, like it's actually trying hard moment. But, I don't know what that is. But yeah, it's kind of just really fallen off since then. It just never really came back. Okay, so this is Phantom Stone, 300 locations. We are also going to probably run into Phantom Stone himself. Just depends how... Actually, I think I know where Phantom Stone's going to be, because he is so slow. He is so pathetically slow that I'm pretty sure we will run into him. So these are the Phantom Stone locations. There's a lot in the water, but there's also a lot in a lot of other arbitrary places. They really did try to hide them in Porthos, I feel like. There's a lot of places where they're hidden under grass, like here, and here, and here. Like they've deliberately picked quite hidden locations for this, so I can't fault that. 56, 55, 54. So yeah, sometimes that one like kind of pokes out. But I'm gonna see if I can just straight up see him, because while we've got the flag editor open or the object editor open, you can just see him straight up. And knowing him, with how slow he is, he's probably around this water here, or not far from it. So yeah, I can see all these locations. There's even one really tucked in under there. But again, you could move all of these if you wanted to be an asshole. You'd be like, okay, new week, let's move them somewhere else. Just trying to remember. Oh, I've got to go to Piner's Flatland. So I'm hoping over here somewhere that we do run into him. The server's been on for like at least a few hours now, so he might be a little bit further along his route, even though he is really slow. So, but he will kind of almost be not moving. He moves really, really slow. Yeah, again, these are all just Phantom Stone spots. They're not anything other than that. Let's see. The other thing to consider is Fallow Ruins, because he does hop over there. But yeah, after this, what I will do, I'm gonna hard reset the server. Actually, no, what I'll do is I'm just gonna stage some additions, and then we'll reset the server, and then we'll see if they work. So Da, 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 157. I know Phantom Stone over here. He is pretty much always flying. There was one part of his route that... Oh! Here he is! There he is! I knew we would run into him because he is so fucking slow. Look how slow he is. Yeah, if you want to really see it, if I close this, he'll vanish. So I'm right next to him. Right here. But the moment I open the flag editor, he'll be here and visible. So you can see him. You can see why I don't really want to follow this guy. because he is so slow. But what you can do instead is you can simply open the object editor, you can click on him, and you can see his entire pathway. So this is a little bit easier than just following him. Here you can see actually where he goes. And one thing I was quite surprised about with Phantom Stone was the, if I can find it, I'm gonna go over this way. I'm not gonna follow his path exactly. I've already done this, in another place. But, we head over this way. There was something I was really surprised about. Is he actually walks through this town. And I did not think that was a thing. So he walks through this entire town, and I didn't realize that that was a thing. I don't even know if that's on the wiki. Maybe it's on the wiki? Let me have a little peek. Dragon's Prophet Wiki. Phantom Stone. Phantom Stone. Map. It just says he's flying high there. But he's not flying high there. He's like here. So I'm pretty sure it does walk here. I don't know. And yeah, the Phantom Stones are insane. The actual Phantom Stone fucking list is crazy. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I am in a position where I want to reset the server. So what I'm gonna do is I won't hide the server yet, but what I am going to do is I'm going to let me switch to display capture for just a moment here. Okay. Right, so what I would like to do, I'm going to have a little peruse in the Taiwanese server files. Let's see if I can find them. It is not here. Let's go into my clients. Taiwan. And these are unpacked files. So his character, Dragon. I want to go back into Ripstorm. This is June Strider Dragons. And if I look in the textures folder, you can see Akinos here, which is really cool. This is that dragon that I made tameable. And then there's this one. I need to figure that one out on a separate day. But then there's this one, right? This Shaxx Ripstorm here, this mechanical one. And I would like to make that possible. Let me just check. So it has a I'm just trying to have a look. It's using 2 pieces, so it's using a 1201, 1202. I don't think anything else uses 12. Yeah, I don't think anything else uses 12. I'm not dying, right? Yeah, no. It's just people fighting each other. I also did not mean to do that. That's what happens when you press tab. Right, so, okay. So we have this, this, and this. Do we have an icon? Oh, I don't think we're gonna have an... Actually, do we have an icon? Did we unpack, So let me grab this. I'm just gonna grab this directory and I'm just gonna throw it on here. So, I'm gonna just throw that directory on there. Let me grab... Interface? Does it have an icon? Dragon... this one? Look at this this one? We need to add this dragon at some point. And then there's this one. Look at these portraits, man. And then there's this odd fella. Palace Dragon from Dragonheart Temple. There doesn't seem to be a robotic dragon icon, so we might have to add that a bit later, maybe? I love this guy. It's just Rhino Horn but orange. Okay, I don't have an icon to pull from, but that's fine. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna do the server side edits now. They look like Heroes of Might Magic 3 dragons. They're really low quality thumbnails. They're incredibly low quality. Right, let me just... Right, so I'm just gonna go on to... Right, let's grab the directory. So I'm doing this without showing it, but I gotta do it this way. So, let's implement, what is the head name? Let's not be in the interface folder. Instead, be in character, dragon, storm. And then it's no, it's 12. 12-1 and 12-2. 12-1 and 12-2. Okay. And then 12-2. And the textures. Let me just hook the textures up. Wobble wobble wah, wobble wobble wah. It's such a shame I can see the Dragon King in the SkyTouch files, and it just doesn't seem to have like a head that works. So I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, let me get back on track here. So I'm gonna grab texture, Ripstone 1202. And then 1201. So grab both of these and okay, right, I have that baking now. I'm gonna let that go. And then we're gonna just fuck around until things are ready to add in. So, so I'm seeing if it's possible to do that with the mechanical Dunestalker, because we don't have that one yet. So hopefully we can get that one too. I've had Firelife say they might have the up-to-date Taiwanese files, so I'm gonna actually see if they've replied to that yet. Because that's really cool if they do. But if anyone has like the most up-to-date Taiwan files before the game died, that'd be really helpful. Okay, so they have the files. Okay. Right, they've actually sent it to me, but they haven't set the permissions, so we'll have to see. But yeah, really exciting at the moment, and it seems like the RE devs are willing to work with me too, which is really cool. So I will see if I can get the phantoms corrected as soon as I can. But yeah, I'm glad people are being so like helpful with the whole thing. And yeah, Speaking of Heroes 3, God, that game is so good. I have to actually stop myself playing that game. I do not have time to play it. I don't have time to play it. I will play it and I'll lose like 7 hours. And I've also been like really enjoying Olden Era as well. Olden Era is fantastic. Um, Yeah, Firelive also mentioned to me about the Sylvarans. There's some custom Sylvarans in the Taiwan client that I may also pillage. I think I have access to them, so that's pretty neat. Okay. So I'm getting like absolutely like my shit kicked in here. I am enjoying what I'm doing so much right now. I fucking love this game, dude. It's great. And yeah, Green Hermit will be up because every dragon is up right now. I say every dragon, that is a lie. Moon dragons won't be. Let's see, is the baking done? Baking is not done yet. We'll keep baking. We'll keep cooking. But yeah. I'm really sorry I couldn't stream yesterday. I was working yesterday. I work one weekend a month in my job, and I'm not gonna lie, I find weekends extremely stressful because they very deliberately, I mean every business does this, they very deliberately like thin our forces on the weekend. So whenever like there is like a scam trend or something like that we've got to help people with, help people sort out, it ends up just being completely overwhelming. But it's been mostly good. Knock on wood. When I go back to work on, was it Wednesday? It will still be fine, but doesn't come without its challenges. Okay, right, let's see. I heard the ping. Okay. We need to... Okay, character IDX, how do we do it? Which mesh is the dragon? Ripstone uses one mesh per skin. I think it's both, right? Because it's like, let me have a look at it again. It's both, because one is the skin. It is both. One... Oh, hang on. It is both. One is the dragon. The other is the armor that it wears. To name? What is it called? Actually, let me check the Taiwanese dump of the file, and I might be able to give it a name that's appropriate. We're about to name a dragon here, and I don't want to get it wrong, so what I will do is I'll open the Taiwanese dump and we'll try and decide on a name. Let's see. I wish I had this on here. Oh, it's actually in my modding folder. Let me find that. Modding and Taiwan. Taiwan Dragons. Here we go. Right. This is the dump of the Taiwanese client that I had. So let's see. Should be sex. Find. Transformed Strider? Dragon Strider. Dragon Strider. What is Strider? What is a Strider? Dragon Strider. Oh, experimental mech? Okay, that's just experimental mech. Okay, I'm dumb. Find. Yeah, that's Strider. And yeah, for some reason my files just don't have the dump name of the experimental dragon. Zeph being in God mode. I sure am in God mode. I'm trying to figure out a name of a dragon. I need a name. Experimental mech dragon doesn't work because it's already used for one. Oh, I can't call it like experimental submarine because that's dumb. Well, how you doing? I hope you're good. I say I'm playing Dragon's Prophet, but it's mostly science today. It's mostly all science. Yeah, just mostly all science. Let me see here. I'm just trying to think. Oh, why did they call the other one Experimental Mech Dragon? I hate the name. Oh god, okay. Let's try and suggest a name. Try to suggest a name that fits something not unsimilar to an experimental mech dragon. But water focused. And then ride class is ride class should stay Dune Stalker. There we go. Okay, right, we'll let that go. I need 2 minutes to be right back. You can stare at my dumb fucking I don't know what the fuck this is, man. I don't know. It's not good. Yeah. I'll be right back. Two moments. Ads are starting now anyway, so I may as well just run. much fun. The fuck? Alright. Alright. Okay, let me, see. See what's happening. Okay. Let me see what else I can look at here. So, did those maps close? I know it always has trouble, on here. So Zone 4 still seems open to me. Oh yeah, let's check out Nyror's Nest. GM World. I don't want to teleport straight to the dungeon interior, because it does like a weird, like, room 0 version of the dungeon, and I don't really want to go to that version. So let me just go to World 1 and then 3. And we'll do it that way. I'll have to fix Swirling Tiger because he's still got some problemos. But this seems fine for now. I also think I've figured out the problem with, I think I figured out the problem with the Phantom as well. I'll probably do it off stream because it's gonna be a lot of boring shit, but, wait, how loud is this game? Wow, okay. I think I'm a little bit louder than it. Let's go to Nyror's Nest. Another thing I was looking into that was kind of fun was the Dungeon Ancients. I know, obviously it defeats the point if you can make them spawn right away, but it's still funny when you can do it. But yeah, let's just have a look here. Should be Ripstorm is correct class. I did not mean to mount you again, fella. This is such a nice area. There's a lot of well, not really well used places in these maps. I like the ability to kind of like explore. Oh my god, my cat just jumped over me like a theme park. I was bracing myself. Okay, so Nyror's Nest, huh? So you actually, yeah, let's do some more cutting room floor stuff. So here's something you might not know. Let's do the collision editor again. I can spell. My cat's licking me and she's being very cute. Oh, I'm missing an I here like an idiot. I can't fucking holy shit, I can't spell. Collision editor. There we go. Okay. Right. So, do you see what's going on here? What is this? Where is it? What is this here? So, this collision here is the quest. Let me reconfigure it. So this thing here, this is the quest, right? This here is called Bug Dragon. And, I mean, you know what this is. This here is the trigger line for Balsh. So every time you run across this block here, you have a chance to spawn Belch. It's like 1 in... Well, it depends. Actually, it depends on the difficulty, I think, but it's like in 1 in 1,666. And then 1 in 833 on hard mode. Because we're job 0, we get it straight away. So that's the trigger that we ran over. It is now triggered. And you can even see on here, it actually says GM test mode, Metherian appear, Metherian appear, which is really dumb. I don't know why it words it like that, but it does. So the way Belch works is really weird in this dungeon, because he works via a collision rather than a script. So it's a little bit strange. And where is he? And there he is. There is a Bolgi, a big Balg. And he's level 200 because shenanigans, so don't worry about it too much. But he's here. It's because we set it to, what do you call it? We set it to hard mode. He's like that. But if I go back in, if I leave and I set it to, I think easy, I think he should be the right level. We'll check it out in a sec. Okay, right. So, okay, right. I need to see if this works. There is a small chance that this dragon may not work. Okay, so we're gonna try and put this together now. I think I can do it. Let's see what folder we're running. My cat's trying to get in. My cat is trying to get in, and he's let himself in the room. Give me a second before I... Yeah, so my cat just lets himself in to my room. He just opens the door handle by himself. He can. He's that tall. Okay, so I'm gonna try and put this together. The name... Oh god, the name is really dumb. Let's see... Ground swim, no flight. Okay, let's try and do this. I just need to make sure I've sanity checked where this fucking where these objects are. Right, so modding. Oh, here we go. Right. Let's do it. Okay. Let's do this. Let me close you. Get out of here. Let me switch back to display capture. Again, it's a little bit all over the place today. But I do want to go over this. So. Let's do it. So here's my modding folder. Here's my port. So here's my 3 things. So what we do, if we want to add something custom, is it's already been edited server side. I will need to restart the server to make it work, but I will need to load each of these. I might just load them separately. Let me sort this by... Oh, it's date modified. Okay, let's go to... Here. Oh, we got Atlas as well. Okay, so we need to do data first. Let's do data. data IDX. And then we put these in very particular areas. So I'm going to delete dragons. I'm going to delete strings ENEU. I'm going to drag in this dragons. I'm going to drag in the string ENEU. And then I'm going to go to this folder that's called tables. I'm going to go to the folder where it says dragonbook.db. I'm going to delete that. And we're going to just put that in. And then in this Taiwanese program, we're just going to hit this button down here. We need to locate a framework that this can copy. So it's not going to edit anything, but it is just going to use it as a structure. So if I open this and I go to this pack folder and I go to files, I'm just going to select that hierarchy there, and I'm just going to paste that in. So that points to our files folder in our actual client. And then I'm going to do the following. So I'm going to hit this button for general normal. I'm going to set this for DB. I'm going to set this for string. And then I'm going to hit 23 cycles. That makes it just go faster. And I'm going to hit repack. And it's going to do it. So that's the first part done. Now I need to go into Atlas, character, dragon, Ripstorm, and this. So let me reopen this. Let's go to where it has. This is Atlas, isn't it? Yeah, this is Atlas. Yeah. Had to be sure. I do not want to get this wrong. So Atlas Ross. And then character, dragon, Ripstorm, that's Doomstalker, and where is he in here? I don't know why that's absent, but that's fine. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna just repack that. So again, I'm just gonna put the directory in, set the cycles to 23, add that on there, pack. The last one will take the longest. So let me open this one. Character IDX. This one takes the longest because there's just so much shit in here. And then we go character, dragon, Ripstorm, that's Doomstalker, and then let me go to character. What do we need to add here? We've got this one. Big concern that that's been merged like that. I'm not sure why. I have a feeling this ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work the way that's been built. I'm gonna put that in anyway. I'm gonna put these in anyway. But we definitely need, hang on, let me go here. So I'm gonna put this in the texture folder, but I'm also gonna grab the other textures because I am not confident that that is gonna work on its own. So let's go back to dragon here. Yeah, I'm not confident with that. I'm gonna copy this anyway. Let me get the textures first. See, we need this here. We need all of this. If we don't have this, it's not gonna work properly. Yeah, this one's actually going to turn out to be a lot harder to add than I thought, so that's fun. Right, let me go into here. before I compact this, because it is going to take a while and I don't want to waste time, I'm going to make sure that we're doing the right thing here. So we got O2, and then yeah, I'm gonna fact check this. I think this is not quite right. Yeah, we'll go back to gaming stuff for a second, but let me just fact check. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay. This is the thing I go through. It turns out that sometimes they're more complicated than they are, and it takes me a couple of hours to actually get anything working. It's never really a drag and drop. Right. Let me reset Nyrol's nest, and we'll do this again. So yeah, it always triggers. Is he level 200 this time? He's level 15 this time. Yeah, because when you trigger hard, it will always just go up to the max level, which is 200. Which is a shame. I assume 200 is where they wanted to go with this game. Like, realistically speaking, what my mindset is that there would be like 20 zones, and then each zone would be, well, not 10 levels, but you know what I mean. It'd be close enough to that. Because it's kind of weird how, like, I don't know, like, Alentia is, like, level 90, and then Alandra just suddenly goes to 94. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It should be 100. And then, I don't know, it's weird. Porthos goes to 99, Thadria goes to 102, and then Citharan goes to 105 for some fucking reason. So actually, if I work it out in my head, was it Alandra? Sorry, if Alentia's 90, Alandra would have been theoretically 100. Porthos would have been 110. Thadria would have been 120, and then maybe Citharan would have been 130. Maybe they just didn't want to make that much gear. Maybe they just like lessened the scope after they knew the game was kind of dead. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, and I think we might have solved the problem with the what you call it. Anyway, his Belle, she's funny. He's really silly. So the way he kind of works is, let me get this right here. So the way he kind of works is, let me do collision editor again. So I think he has like a box somewhere. Where is it? Oh, never mind. I think it's a Lua that it runs by. So it runs by a Lua script. So when you walk over this collision box over here, and the conditions are met, so when you walk over this box here, and the conditions are met, he will spawn. I remember back in the beta, he didn't have a faint growl in the distance proc. He would just, like, appear, and that would be kind of that. If you want something really wild, actually, let me load my administration panel. And maybe before I shut the server down, we open one more map. Let me see here. I'm just gonna try and see. Just gonna see if we can get my admin panel open, because there's something that I can do. What is he doing? He's trying to kill me. What are you doing? Sir, please. Please. What are you doing? Also... Oh wait, no, that's the way to the boss. You can go out of bounds here, but like not very far, because this has got like clearly a thing here. I don't know why they don't let you go over here. Look, there's this whole scenery here. This would have been so cool. What skill have I not learned? What do you mean? You can't target anything here. But it's so cool that this exists, man. Also, Undertow, Undertow and Gripmore broke, with all of this. So, when Belge was added, Undertow just stopped spawning in here, and I remember when he used to. So, pretty crazy that he doesn't anymore. I think he used to spawn over here. That would be where he kind of was. But if you look in the, collision editor, it'd actually tell you where the rares are, but there's no trace of a rare here. Actually, now that I think about it, it might be possible to re-implement a rare in here, if I had a bit more brain power behind it. But yeah, it seems viable that, because obviously we've got this here for Mr. Balge, it probably is reasonable to think that, we could probably make something where you could, like, make Undertow respawn in here again. But I don't know. I don't know enough. I don't know enough. I don't know enough. Okay, let me open my admin panel. So there's something really cool I can do. When it opens. Is it gonna load? Doesn't seem to be open. Where is my admin panel? Why is it not opening? It doesn't seem open. Okay, yeah, right. I've done some fact checking. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh! Oh my god, I think I'm understanding how these dragons are put together now. I don't know if, like, my fucking, like, flailing and meandering can even kind of describe it. But, it looks like because some dragons always bothered me because they're kind of like composed of two parts. Like they'll have armor and they'll have like no armor, and then sometimes they'll have armor, and I've always wondered how that works. It seems like they have like an act file that kind of makes them go together. Okay, I've got the admin panel open, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna open it. I have a button on here called Dungeon Manager, and for this to work, I'm actually going to have Lemao log out. So, I am going to log you out. Let's go back to character selection real quick here. Let's log out completely, and I need to go to... What zones do we still have open? For some reason, zone... Oh, actually, zone 10 and 11 are open. Just trying to think. Let's open... Let's open Corzine. 313? Yeah, let's open Corzine. We'll open Corzine. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find where Corzine is. Corzine edit. Has Lemao done this dungeon before though? I don't think so. No. I could get the other sock account though to do it, so that should be fine. Okay. Get this character to do it. We'll get them to do it. We'll have them do the thing. The act loads. Oh shit! I've got to edit the fucking act file now. Okay. Right. Let me go back to the Atlas file. I'm gonna have to recompile that because that's wrong. Atlas, character, dragon. Let's get rid of that paper doll. There we go. And then I'll just recompile that. Set that to 23 cycles. Set the folder. This is so interesting, as in it's not interesting at all, but it's okay. I just thought it'd be fun to do this once, you know? I probably won't do it like this again, if not for a long time, because there's not really a lot of point to it. There's only, I don't know, I don't know what this type of information is, who this information is for. It's not like Dragon's Prophet is like an insanely popular game or anything. Right, data IDX. I might just have to back up my old data IDX, maybe. What are we changing? Data IDX. Okay. I might have to go to data. Okay, let me just try this again. I'm just gonna recompile this anyway, and we'll see if this works. Tables, Dragon Book. There we go. Dragon Book. Dragons. String ENEU. And then let's pack that shit. Pack that shit in real good. And let me grab the directory folder. DB string. Pack that shit. I have so much to do. My attention is divested so many places. I get I'm standing here for a while. Look, I'm inside the thing. So it has a mount thing, but we need to move that up still. I've actually moved up the Emerald Dragon Queens, but I need to restart the server, and I don't want to restart the server just yet, because I have stuff to do. You can see where I was testing this dragon repeatedly. And trying to get somewhere with it. So there he is. He's a good boy. I love him. Yeah, okay, yeah, actually, the reason I did this one in the first place was I wanted a recolor for the Shax Dragon Man. I know this one's, like, not good, but, like, he's a cool design, and I don't like the original, well, the original colors for him are okay, but I like this one, so... right, that's compiled now. Let me open Character IDX, because I was editing that, and I was just, like, not happy with what I was doing. So I'm just gonna do it again. And hopefully, it's a win. but it might not be. Yeah, I'm gonna move to Wenandia in a minute. I just have to do this because it takes a while. Right. Ripstorm. And then let me go into the Maelstrom Port, character, dragon, storm. Let's put all of those in. So, oh, actually, now that I know that this dragon is using an act file. Oh, okay, so yeah, an act file combines 2 dragon pieces into one. That makes sense why some dragons have an act file and some do not. Because, like, in the Varg folder, actually, I want to show you what I'm doing because this is really interesting to me. Let me show you because I've been, like, just not showing the screen for a while. So this is really interesting to me. I always wondered why some monsters had an act file and some did not. So, for example, there's like the DE Dragon 06 has one and Mobladus 02 has one. It's literally just because they're in 2 parts, and this I think just combines them together. So that's like starting to make more sense now. I need to input the textures for this dragon, so let me just grab the textures. There's the textures. One of my big worries with doing this, and the reason I had to stop midway, was I was a bit concerned that it was going to generate a dragon that wasn't wearing any armor. So I think we've got to the bottom of it now. Fingers crossed, but we will give it a go. Let me try it. There we go. Pack the thing. And you can see this is taking a while, right? The character one is not a small task. So while we wait, let me go to /world. I'm not going to warp straight into the dungeon. Let's go world 1, 5. Well, actually, I need to put GM in front. GM. World 1, 5. Yeah, I need to fix that dragon boy. We'll do that. Let's go to Corzine. This character is Sonic the Hedgehog. Gotta go fast. Hopefully the thing's nearly done. Oh, it's not even close. We love it. I'm just gonna put this back onto game capture. There we go. So today's Shrouded Carnage. I'd love to make like a little thing that tells someone what day it is for each one, like something visual and kind of cute. We're heading to Corzine right now. I was supposed to show the Satuma Gateway being down. So, check this out, hey? Look at this. Look at this. Look, it's open! This is exactly how it was configured, by the way. The way this was done was by actually changing. There was some things that was changed based on the date, like positions of things, and this was one of them. I literally just turned the clock forward on the server, and it fixed this up. So I'm really chuffed with that. So yeah, you can walk to Satuma, which is pretty fucking cool. Something I've always wanted to do. Actually, you want me to show you? I'll show you real quick. I'll show you. I'll show you. There's no block here anymore, so you can walk straight through. It is exactly like it was in the beta. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I am so happy with that. That's like one of the things I was really, really ecstatic about when messing around with this. So, yeah, let me show you some stuff. I'm gonna go in here on easy, because if I go in on hard, it will be level 200. See what we've got here. I think I'm gonna have to just use GM kill. Let me get the command up. If I have it still. It's in this folder, this folder, this folder, this folder. Commands. Here we go. This is probably not the best way to. There's probably a better way to do all of this. But we'll do it this way. I'm just gonna have to do. Not that. I don't want to teleport. I'll be upset if I do. Oh, it's gonna be really hard on the laptop. Let me reconfigure my position. Okay. Okay, got it now. I probably shouldn't have picked a dungeon that has so much going on. No! I just saw what I did! No! I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe I just did that. Holy shit. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew I'd do that. Oh my god. Is the character thing done? I think it's done, right? Yeah, it's done. Okay. Let me instead. Let me instead of doing that. Don't worry about you. You'll be fine. Instead of doing that. Let's do a server restart. So, I'm gonna go back to display capture. Okay. I'm gonna do a server restart. So, all of this is here. What I need to do now is I need to find my modding folder. Where's my modding folder? Let's close all of this. And I will need to do a restart bat. And my restart bat is very clunky, so I'm gonna have to restart it and then, like, restart it again. So let me go to modding, character work, let's copy all of this. Let's actually close this, it's better to have that closed. And we'll paste it in here. So paste all of that. Okay. And then let's go into data work. Let's grab that one. Paste that into the client there. Let's grab... We don't need Atlas. We don't need interface. We don't have an icon. We don't have... We can make an icon later. It's not a problem. So for now, I think it's just character and that. We need to restart the server now. So I'm gonna get my shitty restart bat and we'll use that. Because for some reason this server just doesn't restart cleanly unless I, what do you call it? It doesn't restart cleanly unless I do a fucking... I'm just gonna close this in advance. Perfect. Right. because I find I normally have to just restart the entire computer, but if I do it this way, it seems to do it better. So, that error is completely normal. Server will still start if that shows. And then this is just it resolving to the master, and that's all fine. And then the node, we'll let that run for a little bit. It kind of like, I don't know, it colon cleanses the task manager, I guess. It's a bit of a weird one. I just let that run for a little bit. Ding ding ding, ding ding ding, ding ding ding. I think that's run long enough now, so I'm gonna go into server here, monitor. We'll load the control server monitor. Okay. And this does look restarted. It's only restarted select services that actually do that process. So let me restart account. Let me start up Global Center, billing. And then let's go on to world. And start up master. And then we always want to open with zone 3. Because zone 3 is latest. There's a whole list of zones here, and there's this really, really nice list of what the zones are. Right here. So if you don't know what they are, most of them are going to be here. The only exception is, like, 507 is not on here. But yeah, you got, like, Ardrak Caves. You got R10 Ruins, Velia Grotto, Cilia Shrine, and then you got Bakra, Paratia, Ladus, Satuma, Wenandio, you know, all the others. And then there is there's Select Starting Zone, there's the Astara Day, Island of Lost Souls, there's a lot of stuff here. Yeah, so, yeah, there's a lot here. You can see I don't have a lot of RAM on this computer. It's fine. I do have a computer with double, but you know how RAM is at the moment. And to be honest, I'm playing this on my own, so it doesn't matter if I incrementally load maps. It's not a big deal. And also, I'm streaming, so it is going to be taking up more RAM than me not streaming and playing the game at the same time. So let me open the client, and we'll see if this works. Let me go to where the client is. Let me load the correct client file. I think it's this one. One of these EXEs is not like the other because it has the green graphics glitch. Because Windows 11 is... Well, modern graphics cards and Dragon's Prophet do not make a good married couple. And they do have a lot of problems, so... I'm just gonna start configuring the actual game loading. Hoping it loads. Please load. It's always a worry when you doctor in stuff, but most of the time this is loaded when I've done edits, so I think we're okay. I think we're fine. Let me switch to Limau. Actually, no, Limau. Yeah, let's go back to Limau and let's go back to Ladus. See if it's open. Oh, it is open. Sometimes it takes a while to start, but it did not take its sweet time this time. So let me just double check the command that we need to try to see if this works. This may not work. I am just warning you. There is a good chance that this dragon may spawn in very broken. It's almost certain that that is going to happen. So I am just pre-warning you. There is a dragon that I've added, but it may be broken. So let's check it out now. When it loads, I should probably tab in. It loads faster when you're tabbed in. Don't worry about all these guys. They're there. So let me do GM So we've given ourselves a dragon. And he's here. Does he work? He does work. Look at him. Oh, he's beautiful. Oh, he's so cool. I love him. Oh, that's so exciting. Can he swim though? We don't have any water near here. Let me go over this way. There's water over this way. Oh, that's so fucking exciting, dude. We did it live. I want him to go swimming. He needs a swimming lesson. Also, this is an extremely nice area in the game. Holy shit, like the map design in the early zones was like really on point. And he swims just fine. Oh, he is awesome. Look at him. I love him. Oh, how cool. Okay. We're fucking cooking, dude. I'm sorry, I really like this guy. It's really funny though, he looks like he's wearing, well, he looks like he is wearing like a swimsuit or something, right? What a weird thing. But I think I understand how the armor comes together now. Because it's two components. And it's using an act file. I wonder if I could fix the Phantom using that, because the Phantom works. But I'm wondering if I actually configured this one correctly at all. I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll keep learning. So we have 2 Mecha Dragons now. I wish they had done more of these. They're really cool. I don't know what to say. I'm really happy with this, man. Whee! So that's good to know. Act file. Let me see if the Phantom has an act file. I have a feeling it's the paper doll we added into the act cross folder that might have broken everything else. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna make an icon for this guy. Where should we make an icon? He doesn't have one. I'm trying to see a good place we can go. The lighting's pretty good right now. I wish he could fly, because then I could kind of filter out all the... Wait, I've got an idea! What if we go to a sky island? It's daytime for a little while longer, right? So, what if I open a... They did 2 ponies? Yes, there are 2 ponies. Are you referring to, the ones from Alentia? Well, there's, the blue one, and then there's the red one. Wait, are you saying there's 2 pony mechas? I'm misunderstanding. But yeah, I know that there's the red and the blue one. We can totally do those. And we will do those. Let me open a guild, PvP zone. GPvP, World PvP 1. Oh, this is so big. There's so many areas here. Let me just open Burton Hinterland. That should be enough. I don't want any more than that. Okay. Let me go to a sky island. Hopefully it loads by the time we get there. Man, my cat's demanding. Holy shit. You trying to get out already? Oh, my cat's scratching. Give me a second. My cat is really controlling me today. Holy shit. Doesn't seem to be here yet. I know it's loaded before, so let me just check. It is on. It's definitely on. Let me instead do it this way. Last time I went there, I went up here. By the way, there's something really weird up here. I don't know if anyone's been up this high before, but there is a dragon over there that does not look like the other ones. It's here? I think it's here. No, it's... Oh, wait, it's here. It's here. It's here. This one. That one hasn't been used at all before. So... yeah, that one hasn't been used at all before. It's not Eleator. That one's just vanished as I approached it. Oh, there it is again. This one here. It's not Eleator. It doesn't look like him. But yeah, if I go down here, I should be able to potentially go. Let me try from here. You do not have a guild. Please take me. I want to go to Sky Islands. Why are the Sky Islands not loaded? Is it because I need... I don't know. Do I need G-Zone open? I'm gonna open it just in case. I'm not sure if there's a way I can just directly teleport to the hinterland. There might be. Let me check zone IDs. Guild Sanctuary, Abyss of Exile. I can't see it. Quest instances. I've been able to get here before. I'm not sure why it's not started correctly. Oh, I don't want to go to Island of Lost Souls. Let me see if I can open a bit more. Might be that I just haven't opened the rest of it. Wait, Mech Dragon ponies? They had them on the Taiwan server. That's cool. So on the Taiwan server, I had actually. Let me have a look in the files now. Let me have a look now, because I had the original download for the file, but because I didn't have a C phone number, I couldn't go much further with it. Let me see if I can look in there. Also, I'll see if Firelive has got back to me. Right, I think I've got access now. Oh, cool! They've given me the entire pack. I'm gonna download the whole thing. That is amazing. What a pog. I might drop my connection doing this, but it's worth it. That is fucking amazing. Holy shit. Crazy. So even if I don't, I might have access to it, after I've downloaded these. Let me have a look at character creature, no, character dragon, is it Sea Rift? Sea Rift are the horses. Wait, I found it! I found it! It's here! It's here! It's here! I found it! You're right! Yeah! There is mechs here! What the fuck? There's a black one too! What the fuck? That's actually really cool! What the hell? I don't think I've seen these. Hang on, let me show you. Well, I mean, I know you're already aware of them, but, let me show everyone else. Here. So... here they are. I'm not gonna lie, I glazed over this because I thought this was the Shining Seraph, but this is not. This is not the Shining Seraph. There is green here. That is really fucking cool. Are there any others that you're aware of? I really want to have a look at that. Oh, it's zipping itself. Shit. I wonder if I can... files. Tile. Oh, this is all in. Character IDX. Cool, yeah, this is here. It's just gonna take a while to get through. One more, the red one. Oh, you mean, let me go back to it. You mean this, this one, right? This is the one that they used in Alentia? So you used that one? And then obviously there's this one. This one was also one they used in both Alentia and they used it in Wintertide. That was the first place we saw that dragon actually, was in Wintertide, but it was just a boss and people lamented that they couldn't catch it and then they made it tameable, which was really fucking cool. Speaking of things that aren't tameable, yeah, no, that's really interesting that that's there. I wish I had looked there a bit sooner. And paid more attention. I still haven't imported this fella yet. Actually didn't check if he has, okay, I do have this on. He does have a whole set of animations. That's cool to know. So, he does. So I wonder how he works. And then the War Dragon. Act DE Dragon 10-2. 10-2. Act War Skeleton. DE Dragon 10. So is this dragon 2 parts? Doesn't look like it. DE Dragon 11. Wait, is that the Taiwan recolor? I think that is. That's a recolor of 22 Re's dragon. Also, look what we were robbed of. This green dragon was supposed to have armor, and it doesn't have it on. Like, it doesn't equip it. In Sons of War. War Skeleton. So why does that not have armor on? What makes the mob player competition one have it on? There's some golden armor there that's not used. Crazy that they don't use it. Well, they do. They use the gold variant in Dragonheart Temple, and that's really about it. You don't see it anywhere else. Let me check. Is it Cellar? No, it's not Cellar. Is it Glisser? It's Glisser. There should be a new one here as well. I think it's a recolor of Alaris. That's the mob competition dragon. That is not Shade Chaser, the other one. I don't remember its name because I always give it a nickname. This seems not used. This doesn't seem used. This does not seem like a glider we have tameable. And the airbrushing is really rough. It makes me think that it's like not quite done. Glisser 06. Okay. That's one of the fluffies. Let's Shadow Boss. Oh, that's the one that you can't tame. So maybe we could make that one tameable at some point. Not a high priority, but we could make that tameable. What is this purple one? Look at this one! What is th- What the fuck is this one? What is this one? What does this look like? This is using head 16. That's near the end of the list. I'm not sure why there's a duplicate of D Dragon 7. One's using head 15, one's using head 17. What's the difference? Maybe that's pre-recolor? I don't know. These look kind of normal. Yeah, most of these look normal, but there are a couple of outliers. Okay, that was worth looking at. There's definitely some things that. What is Gravis? Gravis is like the big beefy. They're the big beefy dragons. Got the pack dragon. It's a shame because I don't think they did a whole too many models of these ones. Kind of got the standard ones here that I've kind of seen a lot of. Okay. Yeah, there's not really a lot new here. It could be that I'm lacking eyes, but I don't see a lot different there. Hydra, I don't think there's anything special in here. This one's got a really cool texture. I think this one's already used somewhere. Let me just have a look. I actually don't know if that color's been used. That's like kind of the twin head looking dragon. And there's a lot of detail, but it's kind of missing stuff. I've still got the other dragon open because I'm kind of really interested in it. Yeah, we know that one. I really want to look at the Mytherian dragons because I know there's some good ones there. I always love that color. That color's fantastic. Yeah, we know most of these hydras. I think maybe this blue one. This one's twin head, I think for sure. I don't know if the green one was used for something. Yeah, there's that feathery one there. That feathery one deserves a like a good recolor because it's a very nice looking one. It's got nicely painted feathers on it. So, let me just see. Mytherian. This is the one I wanted to look at because this is a big folder, but there is some stuff that I do want to inspect in here. It's always hard navigating this folder, so I can see the Sylvarin. I can see the difference between the two. One is definitely more festive and fruity than the other one. Got feathered Sylvarin. Whatever's going on here, this one looks kind of garish. That's Alliator. Just trying to see if there's anything here. That's Wishmoon. Karuna Servant. These effects here are for the ghoul dragons, the skeletons. Now this dragon, this is the one that we saw flying around the, flying around Ladus, right? But these ones have armor assigned to them. And then there's this purple one, Lord Witch Dragon. This is the one that I really want to make a dragon. Because it looks really cool. It's got really long head fins. On an Alliator style model. It looks really cool. I'm just wondering if it's on 11 DDS. Just trying to think. 11 Ross. It doesn't have an act file, so it might not spawn with its armor on. I wonder if there's a way to like make an act file, because I don't know. Maybe there's a way to do it. Anyway, that was a lot of fun to look at. I've been really distracted. Let's see if this server's on. Take me to the Sky Islands. It's still not on. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe I just load everything. But I feel like I've given it time. I don't think I need to load all of these. I'm just gonna do it anyway, fuck it. I might actually crush my computer doing this because this is way more than I should be able to load. Let me hide this or hide this. Right. Deatham Taiwan, red one, right from the other mech. There's the attack dragons. Got you! Dragon Orient Equine, but as a transformation. Oh, okay. It is really cool that, like, some of them do exist, but, like, again, they should make them playable. They should make them playable, man. I don't know what else to say. They should be playable. Oh yeah, I was gonna try and take a nice screenshot, but I'm struggling to get this map open. I think that's the whole reason I tried doing this in the first place. I don't think it's gonna load the rest of the worlds, I'll be honest with you. I think the reason why it won't is because... yeah, it's probably like a server restart thing. It might not have loaded correctly. I'm just gonna turn you off. Let's stop you. Turn off GPVP. I'm gonna find somewhere else to take a nice screenshot. Whee! Whee! Let's summon him here. Because I want to make a nice thumbnail for him. Let's have him here. We need to do it before it gets to sunset, like. Let's do a print screen here. I can't go too close because I need to really make the back of his head transparent. So let me take the screenshot. I'm actually going to go to Photoshop now. And let's switch screens. There we go. Right. New. I know the picture's kind of small, but you'll see the thumbnails. They are also kind of small, so it's not a big deal. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to open a icon that I already have in here somewhere. Let me go to my PC. Let me go to modding. Let's go to clients. Taiwan. Pack files interface. Let's get any icon, it doesn't matter. Let's grab Dragon. Ripstorm. And let's edit you, I guess. Yeah, that'll be fine. Right. So we have this fellow dragon here. I actually found out later that this border doesn't matter because it never renders in-game anyway, but I'm still gonna be kind of cognizant of it and be careful. So what I want to do here is I want to narrow this down even further. I just want to grab maybe this portrait here. So let's isolate that down. Why is it not isolating properly? Yeah, we'll do it like that. And what I want to do now is I want to like kind of filter as much of the background as possible. So what I like to do, I usually like to take like a really bright background color. So I'll take like, I don't know, this, color the back, and then I will try my best to get rid of whatever's here. Yeah, so that's, I mean, that's kind of close. We'll get rid of that bit down there too. It's not the best, but we can clean it up slightly. We can actually use, actually let me do that first. So we can clean it up slightly. What I usually like to do is just a blending option, stroke, and set it to inside. Actually don't know if that will work. We'll find out. It looks a bit rough now, but I think with the background it should be fine. Or the black background, it should be okay. So let's do Control and T. Let's resize you. Might need to make him a little bit bigger than the box. There we go. There we go. And then what I want to do now is I want to get rid of that dragon in the background. So think what I'll do, I think the easiest way to handle it is just to duplicate this part, copy, paste, Control T, drag that shit down. I hate it when Photoshop does this like square bullshit. It is a really old version of Photoshop, to be fair. It's just one that happens to be fairly decent. So that's the one that I use. We'll just drag that bit down so it's a little bit more. Let's do Control T, drag that bit down. It's looking okay. Let me just get rid of this corner up here because there is a slight pixel that just needs to be corrected. That's looking pretty good. If I really want it to stand out a bit more, I could just cheat a little bit. And I could grab this, like, green, for example, make it more airbrush-like, and then, I don't know. It's gonna look better in a minute, but, like, if I put, like, this here, and I change it to, like color dodge, or, like, screen... The screen's not nearly as good. I think color dodge is a little bit better. I just lower the, saturation a bit. That's actually kind of really cool. I don't know if that's too bright. Might just toy around with it a little bit more. I think that's kind of nice. So yeah, let me just do a quick comparison. Maybe make that a little bit smaller. Let's do a Control T. Yeah, I think that's better. There we go, we have an icon. So it is a DDS file. What I am gonna do is I'm going to save this once again as a DDS file. There is a certain, like, variant of settings that we use. I'm gonna call this, I'll just call it that, because it misspells it in the files anyway. Let me hit save. What we want to do here, I think the settings are already correct, but it should be set to DXT5 if you want it to work properly, with interpolated alpha, and that should make it all correct. So yeah, there's an icon. I'm gonna try and repack it into the game, and that should work, and that should replace the dumb rhino horn. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the rest, but for now, I'm gonna finish here, because someone I know that's streaming, I want to watch them today, so I will probably carry on from there. Program link in the Discord, please. It's pretty great. I mean, Dragon's Prophet, I mean, it's a big game, and there's a steep learning curve to putting shit together. But yeah, I'm gonna read out now, so I really hope you have a good time. I don't know when I'll do something like this again, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna read out to Coronest, because he is about today, so let me do that now. Have a really good one, take care, it's been a lot of fun today. And I hope to do more shit soon. So, yeah, have a good one.
For the raid. Yeah, and I said to myself, I can do all these things, free fires, but I can do all these things right before the stream starts. And thank you for the raid. I mean, I'll still give you a shout out. Why not? Because we just started honestly and stuff like that. But I was actually looking forward to seeing you because I'm still wondering if we're going to do Shining Force. Hello, I wasn't going to miss my only email. Okay, awesome, great. Okay, so I mean, I do name my stream. Like, I still name my stream like, hey, I'm gonna do whatever Digimon and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm like, when people promise like, hey, I'm gonna redeem something, I'm like, okay, okay, I'll keep it ear out just in case. You know, just in case, like, they can't make it or something like that, or they can make it. So good, of course. Uh, oh, really screwed up. Wow, how did I mess that one up? Uh, did I not put in the right name? Did I put too much R's in there? Let me copy this one more time. So yes, I want to see Shining Force finished. So there's more. There's more Digimon. Yeah, actually, I made it to. Well, in Digimon, I actually made it to. I'm trying to give you a shout out, but I'm struggling. I'm struggling and choking right now. But hello, how are you doing, Raiders? Thank you for. Ah, finally. God, I hate this thing. Working like I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I'm trying to get things done on this side. I'm looking and I'm trying to comment at the same time. Oh well, you know what? That's when you play games multitask. You can do a lot of things. Yeah. So okay, I think everything's practically fine. I'm not sure, but other than that, yes. You didn't forget what day is today, Carl? Oh, it's your birthday today, of course. Oh, why would I